I feel like I'm giving too many things 10s, but you keep making the good stuff.
Today we are making the most delicious garlic butter steak bites. Here are the ingredients. This is a 30-minute meal. Let's get into it right now. All right, I always like to go over the ingredients for you. I think it's truly about helping you, though I'd be lying if I didn't say it helps me too. It makes it easier for me to make a video for you when I have everything prepped this way. Okay, so I have beef here. Now, beef tenderloin, $20 a pound we got it for. If you buy it at Whole Foods, it's like $40 a pound. This is expensive ingredient. You need 2 pounds of it here. So if you don't want to use beef tenderloin or filet, you can use top sirloin. It would be much less expensive. We saw it the other day for $10 a pound. So you could get 2 pounds of that for $20. Other cuts would be flank, but that's getting expensive again. Ribeye, it's getting expensive again. There's other ways to do it. We're just searing this beef and for a couple minutes getting nice color on it. So we just want cuts of meat that are going to work really well with a quick sear. Fresno, this is a spicy pepper. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it. You can omit spice completely from here. I think it's nice. It actually gives a nice color to the dish too. This dish is called garlic butter steak bites. So we have garlic. We have lots of it here. That is 8 cloves of garlic that I minced. We have 1 stick of butter, or 113 grams for all you people that aren't in the United States. 1 large shallot that I minced. And then this green onion here, I just cut up kind of into these relatively fine pieces. The ends of them I made a little thicker. That, along with parsley, we'll use like a 1/4 cup, makes it just look amazing. Now, I was gonna do a chimichurri for this. I'm not. If you wanna do that too, it'll add even more flavor. But I think you're really gonna love the way I serve this at the end. So make sure you stay tuned to when the taste tester goes up, because I have a couple other things to like boost it. Okay, before we get into it, my parsley's not doing so well now because we're in winter or end of winter, and just take the stems off. We don't want the stems in there. These little thin stems you can use. And I'm just gonna do a little mince like this. It looks better, this dish, I find, when the parsley is relatively big. Yeah, so these bigger pieces of stems, you're not gonna wanna eat, so you can get rid of those. Listen, these peppers they say they're like 5,000 Scoville. I've had them sometimes where they're really hot, so the best thing to do is just to test it. I like to just do these very fine, like rings. Oh boy, that is hot. Whoa. That's good. So, you can keep the seeds here or you can get rid of it. And then just make a determination how hot you like it. If you like stuff really hot, use the whole pepper or use 2 peppers. If you cry when somebody puts too much black pepper on something, don't use it. Okay, so I got the beef tenderloin here. I removed some of the fat. They slipped in a bunch of fat in there. They actually put the label over the spot where it was too. We just want to cut cubes of this, bite-sized pieces, maybe even a little bit bigger.
So you're making this as a main course, but it could also be a really good appetizer.
Definitely.
Like you could serve it with toothpicks.
Absolutely. So these are the pieces I want about this size. Tara was saying right now, she's like, it's kind of disappointing that this meat's like this. I think this is worth the discussion right here. The ingredients quality of everything is deteriorating rapidly across the United States. I think we all know this. I could have chosen to not use this and send Tara out to the store right now, or myself, and go get nicer stuff to show you. But I really think it's important to show you kind of the reality of things, how it is. Like, this channel is never gonna cook Wagyu, ever, okay? We're not gonna do stuff like that, and maybe you watch some of those channels that do, but that's just not what we do. And I wanted to show you, this doesn't look the best, but I'm telling you, I can smell it. It smells fine. It is tenderloin. It's still gonna be great. Just bear with me, okay? Like, get to the end with me here.
The store, I think, strategically placed the label over the big chunk of fat.
When I grabbed it, and it was like it was weird how the label was placed as well.
On both packages.
Yep. We're gonna heat up our pan to about medium, maybe a touch more than medium. Since you're not cooking this for a long time, we need the pan relatively hot. So I'm gonna heat that up. I'm using a stainless here. You gotta let it heat up for a few minutes so nothing sticks. If you look at the recipe on the website, you will notice I used this pan in it. This is a hard anodized. This will work well too. I mean, it does, even though it's like, it's a non-stick, it will, but we'll use this today. My pan is heating up. Let it heat up well. I got pepper here, and you don't have to use much pepper if you use the hot red pepper. And I got salt. So I have 1 tablespoon diamond crystal kosher salt for 2 pounds of beef here. I'm gonna do half of the beef right now, just because we're gonna sear it. If I do the other side, it's gonna start wicking moisture and then it won't sear as well. So just do half of your beef, unless you think you can fit it all in the pan at the same time, which I'm not gonna be able to do. So flip those pieces over, and same thing. We will reserve the salt, the remaining salt, for the other beef. I'm using avocado oil, high smoke point. I just need a little bit here. Everything's gonna start smoking. Just make sure you get it all around. And now our beef, just spread it around. Just try to get it even contact like this, and just leave it alone for like 1 to 2 minutes. We just wanna get these nice and charred. We wanna keep them rare on the inside. Now, if you want to cook longer than that, cook it another minute per side. Okay, so it's been about 1:30 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes per side for this thickness. So listen, if our pan was heated up properly, they won't stick. All right, so look at that. See, and that's what kind of the color we want there. All right, so let's start turning. Okay, and then another 1.5, 2 minutes, whatever. Getting beautiful color on these. And then we're gonna take them off to here, and then we'll do the second batch. I haven't put salt and pepper on that second batch yet, okay? So they're still nice and, red in the middle. Okay, just a touch, the avocado oil. Same thing, spread them out. Pan is off. Okay, just a tenth like that. Recipe says if you have a lot of fat in the pan here, wipe it down. There is nothing in the pan here. It's very, very dry. All right, here's our butter. This is a stick of butter.
Is that unsalted or salted?
Unsalted butter. I normally cook with unsalted butter, though salted butter doesn't have too much salt in it, I don't believe. Okay, I'm turning my heat now to not even medium, to low. About a 3 out of 10. So I don't want to burn the garlic or anything like that. We're doing the shallot first. So that takes a little bit longer than the garlic, so we'll do it first. So you can scrape the bottom, little brown bits off with flat edge of a wooden spoon, works really well. And we're just letting this cook slow because I don't want to burn the butter. Actually, we do a little salt too. So the shallot got a couple minutes ahead of it, so now all the garlic in there. So I guess you would call this garlic shallot butter steak bites. And then if you want, you can save your chilies to the end because it looks really nice, or you can put a few in here into the butter mixture. We just want to cook this garlic and just until it gets lightly golden and fragrant, a couple minutes. Okay, so the garlic is fragrant. Everything is just looking so good there. Put in the beef and all the juices, the accumulated juices right in there. Okay, and then just turn the heat up to about medium. And we just want to coat the beef with our garlic shallot butter mixture. And I just like to do this for about 2 minutes to warm that beef through. And then some green onion. I turn the heat off right now, and I like to serve it with white rice. More of the sauce, green onion, a little parsley, a couple of the peppers, and then pickled onions. Okay, got the taste tester down here. James, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. This looks delicious. I've gained a lot of things tens recently.
You have. And James, those red peppers are very spicy, just so you know.
You've been making a lot of good stuff lately.
Thank you.
Is there any garlic butter sauce on the rice?
I'll put more on for you. There's a lot here. That's why I use a stick of butter. Here you go. And I do recommend you serve it with rice. Well, he's speechless.
It's so good. You keep making good stuff.
Thank you.
The garlic butter sauce with the rice is so good.
Yeah, that's why I think you need rice with this.
I just want to try pickled onions with the beef, and then I'll rate it.
I think that sauce would be really good over sauteed broccoli.
Yeah.
This is very good. The garlic butter sauce is such a good contrast to the spiciness of the peppers. Pickled onions goes good with everything. I gotta say, I think the best thing is just the garlic butter sauce with the rice. But I love rice, so I'm a little biased. But The beef was very good. The first piece I was a little doubtful because it wasn't as good as the other two that
Man, you should be a food reviewer. You got like you built it up and then like you held the suspense. You're like, I was a little shaken.
I'm gonna...
And you just interrupted his roll. Let him keep going.
Keep going.
All right. I think I'm gonna give this a 10.
A 10?
I feel like I'm giving too many things 10s, but you keep making the good stuff.
I will take it. Listen, it's really gonna matter. Thank you, James. It's gonna matter about that quality of beef. We pushed ahead here, even with not as good. I do recommend Costco for it, for the price, value, everything on beef. Just blows away other places for the price quality ratio. They don't sponsor me at all. They don't even know I exist, but I like to recommend the best values for you. And that is, when it comes to meat, that is the place. We'll see you next time.